Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Back on the Rhino build. Done some looking and I think I might have found another problem with the cylinder head. We're going to see what we can do with it, but it is what it is. Let me turn the camera around real quick and show you what we got. Alright, as you can see, cylinder head is on the table. I was getting ready to pull the valves out of it, and I had already noticed this, but I just wanted to look at it a little more. But if you look right there, when the piston come up, the piston must have slapped that cylinder head. Here's a little bit of a close-up on it. It does have some damage. Does not look like it hurt the seat. I'm gonna clean it up real good and see. My concern more was about the cylinder head actually sealing than it is about what's there, because it's not into the seat itself. You can see that there. It does look like there's a little bit of a lip right in that area right there, but we can figure that out once we get the valves back in it, if it seals or not. But I was more concerned about the cylinder head itself sealing. So got the old cylinder head gasket, lay that back up there, line it up with the bolt holes, and if you look, the cylinder head is nowhere near that edge, so I'm not worried about that sealing. Now, what it could create is maybe some trapped gases or something in that little area right there, maybe some carbon buildup. Gonna have to do a little more looking into that, but I'm gonna try to see if we can get away with using this. And if you look at it from the back edge here, I'm gonna price some cylinder heads shortly and see what might be the better way to go. But I think we might be able to get away with this. It doesn't appear that it tore up anything else around any of it. Everything else looks alright except for that one little spot right there. Y'all drop a comment in there and see what you think, and see if maybe there's something that we might be able to do around, because like I said, it does not appear that it got into the seat itself. Now it looks like the valve might have hit it a little bit, but I think we might be alright on that. But once we get the valves out, which is what I'm going to do now, I'm going to set the camera up and we're going to pull the intake valves out. They look fine. I don't see any damage on them where anything's hit anywhere around this lip or anything. So I think we'll probably be alright on that. I've got new exhaust valves, got the spring kit, retainers, locks, got the rocker arm tops, shafts, and I've got all the new valves. There's the valve there, two more valves right here. So we're actually going to tear this thing the rest of the way apart and see what we got going on. Alright, I'm going to set the camera up and then we'll get back to recording. Now, I'm not going to record me taking all of them out, because obviously it's all going to be the same. If you do one, you're going to do them all. What I'll do is I'll just record one coming out, and then we'll take and do the other two off camera. That way we can get this stuff on done so it ain't such a long video. But basically with the tool, you just put it on the cylinder head, on the valve itself, get it locked in, and then basically all you have to do is just turn this thing in until you contact the valve and take pressure off of it. Once you do that, then this thing will come on out, come apart. Alright, basically just like that. Well, if I can hold on to something today. Now we just put a little pressure on it. Once it starts collapsing the valve, like that. There's one lock. And a second lock. Alright, so there's the locks. Now basically you just take the pressure back off of it. And voila. One spring, set of locks, which we don't have to worry about keeping any of this because we're putting all new stuff back in it anyway. But there it is. And one valve. Seat on that looks really well. Alright, I'm going to stop the video here and I'm going to go ahead and pull the other two off and we'll pick it back up afterwards. Alright, back at it. Valves are out. Everything looks pretty good on the intake side of it. None of the valves look bent, none of them look messed up. Got some chunks of metal inside of the cylinder here, but it doesn't appear that it tore up anything seat-wise. I'm just getting more and more afraid of this cylinder head as we go. So I think we're going to just order a cylinder head and be done with this. That might be the right thing to do anyway. Alright, so where we're at, let me get the camera. Alright, like I said, valves look fine. Seats not so much. But I believe, I have to look and make sure, but I believe you can lap the intake side. The exhaust you cannot, different materials. Exhaust valves have a coating on it, whereas the intake do not. But I have to make sure with a magnet. I can check that once we get a little bit closer. But here, that's where we're at right this minute. So, there's what we got. And if you look in here, let me get a rag real quick. Let me wipe this thing out. So I don't see any bad damage. But like I said, there was some chunks, little metal chunks. And that's where the piston actually come apart. But I don't see anything. We're going to get it cleaned up just to be safe. Alright, so I'm going to stop it here and then we'll get back to it. Alright, after further inspection, we're going to go ahead and order a head. There's a whole bunch of little spots up here that I do not like. Lapping them in would take care of it, but I'm not going to waste a brand new set of valves on this. When you can see little beat marks all inside of the valve seats on these. So, I guess we're going to get a new cylinder head. No problem. We'll get one ordered today or tomorrow. Should be here in a couple days. Should be able to start the build process then, but we're going to do what we got to do to make sure we take care of this thing the right way. So with that being said, I don't know that I'm going to get a video out on this week because of this issue here, but we'll see what we can do. Alright, we'll pick it back up in a little bit. Alright guys, welcome back. We're going to see what we can get done on this head tonight. As you can see, everything's clean. It's been wiped down. We got everything that we need to get done as far as getting everything together. Top of it looks good. All right. Valve stem seals. I'm only going to do one, and I'll put the rest of it together, you know, without y'all watching, just because it does take some time to get this stuff together. A little bit of engine assembly lube. Roll that around like that. Take a valve seat. Put just a little bit on here. Valve seat goes down. Should be able to just push these on for the most part. is valve number 1. Should be tight when it goes through the valve stem seat, which it is. See the green on the top, always goes up. So it'll sit like that. Valve retaining topper. And we're going to need 2 valve stem locks. And this is probably going to be pretty interesting trying to get this thing in. Alright, so let's move this stuff out of the way for a second. Got to get to our tool. Alright, let's see if we can get this back over here. Alright, get it back on the valve, which we have. Alright, now we can apply some pressure and just run it in. One in. And here comes the fun part. Getting that second one in there, getting them both held in while you release the pressure off of this thing. Get the old screwdriver. See if we can get it held in with that. Alright, maybe not. ain't trying to beat the valve in. I'm just trying to make sure that the valve seat retainers are seated. One down. Valve looks good. Don't see any damage. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Alright, I'm going to stop the video right here. This is where I'm going to end it until the head is all the way back together. Then we'll show you what's going on, and then we'll go from there. Appreciate it. Alright guys, we're back. All the valves are in. Top and bottom. All the valve spring retainers are in tight, good and seated. Everything looks good. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of assembly lube up on top of it just to protect it until we get the bottom end where we can put it together. You ain't got to put a lot, just a little bit. Actually put a little bit in the cam bearings or cam journals so the cam can ride on it without getting damaged. I'll wipe this in a little bit. You don't have to do this, it's just something I do. I like to keep everything good and lubed. Now we'll clean the cam journals out and all before we put it back together, but I just do that to keep it protected. Now basically all we got to do is just cover this up, the cylinder head is done. Alright, I'm going to put this video out Tuesday. So y'all like it, check it out, and see I got to cut this down a little bit because it's going to be way too long, but we'll do that. Alright, y'all be good. Get off the couch, go build something, go do something, go live some dreams, go make some memories. Do something to make other people happy. That's what we're here on this world for, is to try to help people and do things the right way. Y'all be good, take care, peace.